Hello everybody, this is Kathy O, and I'm here today to show you how to do a dolphin roll slash split shoulder roll. I know that I'm not a perfect dolphin-esquer, but I just learned how to do this about a month ago, and I do believe that by me learning this new skill that I was scared to do, I have the potential to teach others who may be in the same boat. So I hope that for the people who are scared of doing forward rolls or back rolls or even a cartwheel, stuff like that, I hope that this video helped those of you guys who are scared to do those things, because these are the steps that I went through that allowed me to somewhat get a dolphin roll. One step at a time. Just take it however fast, however slow you need to. But yeah, I mean, I'm terrified of doing forward rolls, and I got it in a week. So I believe that everybody has the potential. And I hope, like I said, that even though I'm not perfect, I can help someone somewhere. And this doesn't even have to be for people who are scared. This could just be for someone who wants to learn a new skill. You know what I mean? So yeah. Basically what I did was I did a different step each day. I worked my way up to it. I didn't just rush all these things in one day, because honestly your shoulder would hurt. I worked up one day at a time. My shoulder got used to it. It doesn't even hurt anymore. I probably did it like 20 times a day, and I got it. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do if you've never done a dolphin roll is you're going to want to find out which shoulder your body tends to go over. So if I were falling more this way, I would say that's a left. If I tend to fall to the right side, I would call that a right. So now that you decided what side you do, you're going to start with the kicking exercise. So basically, this is the first thing I did when I wanted to get mine. You are going to sit on the floor with your legs straight, or you could start like this, whichever one you want to do. You're going to point your toes. You're going to lean forward, and I like to use my arms as well. You lean forward, and you roll onto your back, lifting the butt area into the air, and you're going to want your feet to touch the floor behind you. This is going to take 10 to 20 tries. It's all about getting the momentum to throw your back up and have your legs touch the floor. So this looks a little funny. You go forward and you go back like this. So I'm touching the floor right now. That's what I mean. And I'm touching the floor. And this is a good step for people who are scared of flipping, because you're not flipping. Your body's still on the floor. You are just simply tapping your foot over your head onto the floor. Then you're coming back down. Easy peasy. Step 2. Once you've mastered the kickover, that's when we start focusing on the arms and actually trying to go over the body. So, I sounded really dramatic there. Ooh. But basically, since I do right, that means that my left arm is going to make a little triangle onto the floor. What I mean by this, I'm going to do this. The hand is nice and flat. I'm making a triangle. And this arm, which is my right arm, this arm can either stay back here, or it can stay to the side. So the back or the side. I like to do it to the back. That's just my preference. Whichever works for you is perfectly fine. And why is this arm in a triangle, you may ask? The reason is because your head is actually going to slide through this hole. It sounds confusing until you actually try it. Then you realize the body naturally goes through it. So you're not actually rolling, flipping over your head. What you're doing essentially is your head is here, your arm's here, and while you're flipping, you're squeezing through here, and then you end up in so position. The way I learned how to do it, both legs at a time. We're gonna do both legs and we're gonna try to land on one knee. Don't get into the habit of this. This is just a learning process. So instead of trying to split, just start with both legs. I will show you. Both legs. And I'm gonna try to put a knee on the floor. So all I'm trying to do is just get around. So both legs, try to get one knee to touch the floor and flip out of it. And by flip, I mean just get your head through the hole. So both legs, putting a knee down and flipping through the hole. So trying to get the knees to touch the floor and flipping through the hole. This typically happens to new people. They go for it, they fall sideways, like this. I don't want to fall on my actual body because that's going to hurt, but it's all about getting your body over, but moving your head and shoulder out of the way. So all you're doing is aiming for getting this arm around. So again, we're going to try the knees. You're going to try to get the knee on the floor and both legs at once. Both legs, knee on the floor, flipping the head out. So that is step 2. So once you've mastered the 2 legs and the knee, the next step you're going to try is you're still going to want to land on the knee, but you're going to want to try to split your legs a little bit more. And a good thing before you try to split your legs and do it would be just how we were doing the touch back earlier. So just try hitting the splits. That was a bad split, but yes, so I'm doing the right, hit, and back down. And I'd probably try that a couple times. Ideally, like that's just what you're trying to essentially give the illusion of doing. So you should be doing that. But you're going to want to try that a bunch of times. So basically, your arm is down, this guy's in the triangle, your right toe is touching the floor, and you're going to want to leave the left leg in the air. So, right leg, left leg, arm, triangle. Yeah? Now we're going to keep putting our knee down first, but we're going to try to hit that on the way. So this still isn't exactly it. You're still putting the knee down, but you're essentially hitting a little bit of a split, yeah? And I would just do a couple like scissors instead of a full on split right now. So, and then you're putting your knee down and you're flipping out of it. And so essentially you're kind of landing like this or like this, whichever. Don't get into a habit of doing that, but this is a good learning step. Your knee reaches the floor before your toe does if you're a beginner. That's just how it works. You're a little bit more crunched up. You're not straightening your leg as much. That's just why. So this is why I'm saying keep landing on the knee for beginners. So yet again, this is what it looks like. Landing on the knee. And see how I'm keeping this leg up? That's going to help prep you for when you actually do it. And keeping that leg up. Okay, that's step 3. So step 4. This is pretty much where you get it. Now it's just really the step from adjusting from landing on the knee to sliding the toe across the floor. So basically, now what you're going to want to do is instead of bending the leg, just keep that leg straight. So when it touches the ground, instead of crushing or crumbling, keep that leg pointed, keep that leg straight, and let it slide across the floor. It should slide straight behind you while your body's turning over. Straight, 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 straight. You're landing like this. And from there, you can do a jazz turn out of it, whatever you want to do. But yeah, it's all about practicing from there and getting the splits bigger, stronger, farther apart, which is definitely what I'm working on right now. But yeah, so really just this last step, sliding that foot across the floor. Yeah. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. I hope you I hope you subscribe to watch more videos of mine. Bye.